NHL Nightly with your host, the sportsman, a.k.a. Peter Lebowski, a.k.a. Jeremiah Maxwell. And with him, as always, maybe Pearlo, Wisdom, and Rico and Barry. What's up, Rico and Barry?
Hey, man.
Got the Matthews jersey up, looking nice.
Buddy's
Represent
going for
40 goals. We're live. Hey, everybody, welcome to NHL Nightly. Appreciate everybody showing up. This is sponsored by Fans First Sports Network. We're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as a podcast under FFSN NHL Nightly. We appreciate your support. Leave a like, subscribe, go leave us a review. Daniel Barry, thank you so much for showing up. You show up every time. Pretty cool, man. Appreciate you always popping in and saying hello. So how you doing, Rico?
Good, man. Just watching this slow developing only hockey game on the slate tonight. Finally, we see a goal here, but
well, there's two games. There's two games.
Yeah, well, the other one's just starting.
Who scored for the Jackets?
Oh, jeez. I know Boone Jenner rang one off the bar, but
that wasn't it. It just happened too. I just missed it. So we're
on cough.
Okay, I took a little different approach tonight. I decided to watch BU, Boston University, play Northeastern. And if you're not familiar with those teams' lineups, check them out. Macklin Celebrini plays for BU. I got to be honest with you. There was a guy who made an impression on me, and it wasn't him. And it was a pretty good game. Northeastern, who's unranked, won against the third-ranked Boston University 4-3 in overtime. Little bit of a soft too many men on the ice call, as a fellow BU alum Colby Cohen like to point out. But what a great game. If you have access to ESPN Plus here in the States, you can watch all the college hockey that they broadcast for free. It was an electric environment. You could tell the crowd was just really into it. They would pan into it just every once in a while. There'd be a bunch of shirtless dudes in there, it seemed like a great thing. And I mean, like Jay Pandolfo, former NHLer, is the coach of BU. I mean, they got a pretty historic. I mean, Mike Eruzione. I mean, I could just go on. Like, there's a ton of great Charlie McAvoy. I mean, there's just a ton of great players that have played there. I don't know if you guys get a chance to watch any of that. It's really, really good. And I try to pop in and check that out every once in a while. And then the late game here is the Kraken versus the but anyway, check out some college hockey. It's always the best. Of course, I screwed this up. So that was a great game. Bunch of NHL prospects. I will tell you, after we get through this opening statement thing, there's a player on that's from Quebec that's on Northeastern that I was really impressed with. Like, this guy could be the second coming of Patrice Bergeron. So we'll see. And I'll try to remember his name, but I have to read it. It's different. It's different spelling. So I'm guessing most of you have not hit your crazy bets. I listened to shout out the Ice guys, just repping the Ice gear. I had a hoodie too, but my dogs peed on it because they pee on everything now. So that's in the wash. It was I'm hearing some audio from somebody. If you maybe mute whatever you're listening to, or mute yourself until you talk. So I assume that you all were on the Blues on this one, which I rightfully would have been too, and not looking good. The Blues haven't really showed up. Dave Reed kind of said it at the intermission because it's on NHL Network here. Let me drop Pearlo out since he's doing something. Oh, no, he's back. Okay. All right. Gosh, dang it. All right. We're not going to have a scoreboard tonight, boys. I'm over it. I'm over it. I want to get into what we want to get into. It's going to be a short night. We got 2 games, and we've got we're on Instagram, Twitter, aka X, YouTube, and Twitch. We are live. I verified it this time. Good to go. We are on. Yeah, I think it was. Is it going live? Okay, yeah, we are live. We are now live. We are now live on Instagram. So welcome everybody on Instagram. I seem to get a lot of reactions on Instagram when I post stuff. So I'm going to try to do the Instagram live thing too. So, all right, let's get to the meat and potatoes here. Okay. So we now know who the players are that are being charged with sexual assault. I didn't want to lead with this. This is probably the last time we'll talk about it. There's extensive backgrounds given on every player by Chris Johnson. He wrote an article for The Athletic. It's 3 hours ago. I'm just going to go over the names. The 5 members of the 28 World Junior facing sexual assault charges all went on to play in the NHL, and 5+ years between the alleged assault occurred when they released statements saying they were being charged and pleading not guilty. Okay, so again, we all know they're pleading not guilty. The players are Dylan Dubé, Cal Foote, Alex Formenton, Carter Hart, and Michael McLeod. All recently took leaves of absence from their team and are being told to surrender police. The pending charges, which are to be announced by police on Monday, which would be the 5th, I guess, are related to an alleged sexual assault. But from what I got from another article is that they are being charged with sexual assault. And little follow-up. That's it for that, and I'll get your guys' thoughts. And follow-up on the Mike Ribeiro thing. He faces 50 years if convicted. Texas don't play.
That is nuts.
I doubt he gets all 50, but
like, imagine him going to jail for 10 years for fucking being an idiot like that. Holy shit,
yeah,
man.
but if you read through the whole document, like, he's being charged with rape. So
that's what I mean. Like, just for being a fucking stupid idiot and doing fucking stupid shit to women and young women. Like, where the fuck is your head at, man?
Well, the guy could be $70 to $80 million rich right now. Like, he had that kind of talent and crazy.
Yeah, no, Pearlo, I can't disagree with you. Like, I mean, he had pretty good numbers if you look. Hey, what's up, Hot Take Hockey? Thanks for being in. Yeah, so if you're just joining us, we just got the names for the World Juniors. All this stuff was announced. There's a bunch of videos out there. I think this is probably the last time this show will talk about it. I'll leave it up to other people that, are going to cover this. But, I can almost guarantee we won't see any of those guys in the NHL anytime soon. And Darkness says, I told you all Columbus would win tonight. And he did yesterday in the thing. But Darkness, it's 11 minutes and 43 seconds left. You're giving up on your team a little bit early, buddy. Lots of time left, okay? So, yeah, we just have 2 games tonight. It's the Jackets and the St. Louis Blues, which I will try to update the freaking score again. Go ahead and give your thoughts, Rico, on this stuff, and then we'll move on from it forever, probably.
Yeah, I mean, there's people all over that chat on Twitter for Rick Westhead, TSN, and stuff, putting it out there, and a lot of people just angry about it probably not getting done and settled till 2026. But I mean, they're all being tried separately. It's going to take a while. They say, I guess, 18 to 30 months or whatever, like, to get everything and the proper evidence. And these are solid, serious accusations. So, I mean, they want to make sure they get all the things right in front of the courts and everything like that. But I mean, they're looking at their contract status now, I mean, which is besides the point, but that's another thing people are asking. Are they going to go back to the NHL and stuff? I mean, most of them are RFAs anyway, like Carter Hart's at the end of his deal. And, you're right, probably none of these guys will be seeing the NHL. Will be gone overseas probably as well, too. So nobody's going to touch these players. I mean, but they're guilty or not. I mean, their names are attached to this. I'm sure there's going to be some gruesome details coming out, which is unfortunate, but Fortunate for the victim. Hopefully she gets a justice and the truth comes out and everybody could just move on, because I mean the NHL is probably not going to make a statement on this for a while until they hear all sides and stuff as well too. So
All right, apologize about the dogs. To eliminate the dog problem. I agree with you, Pearlo. Do you have anything to follow up on either the Ribeiro or the
Well, I mean, the Ribeiro thing is so sad. I mean, the dude was like one of the best playmakers of his at his time, and he kind of went, and I think it was in Nashville. He kind of said like, I just want to go on my own way. He had problems already. It's a very sad thing. It's very sad. So I don't know what's going to happen there. I don't know. Like, I can't make a comment on what he did or didn't do or whatever the case may be. But the dude was a really good player, and he gave up on everything. He gave it all up to do whatever he's doing.
Fair to him, he's not played in the league for almost a decade or over a decade.
But I remember when it happened, everybody was in shock that he decided that he didn't want to play in the league anymore. Like, yeah, he was drafted by Montreal, I believe. He played for Montreal. He played for Nashville. Like, he was a very good player, and he just said, I don't want to do this anymore, and he took off, and now we're here. So it's tough to see. It's tough.
Yeah, so Mike Ribeiro's last year in the league was 2016, 2017. And I've got his stats. I mean, like I said, he scored 228 goals and 565 assists. He had, he played the league since 99, 2000. He had a really long career, honestly. I don't know if he could have played much more. I thought he had some injury problems. But
no, he could have played way longer. He chose to leave.
Well,
I remember the article specifically.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years. He could have played longer. I don't know, man. That's a long career. I just heard PK Subban talk about, hanging it up after 13 years on Kipper and Bourne. I don't know if you heard that interview, Rico. Really good interview. Actually, really candid answer, too, of what he
I could be wrong here, but Ribeiro was in and out of the league for the last 4 or 5 years. Like he
was stats right here. Why don't I just put them up for you so you can stop?
Okay, let me see. Because he was a brilliant player, really good player.
Yeah. So here you go, man. Here's his career. He played over 1,000 games. Okay. He was a +5, 228 goals. Here's the teams he played for: Montreal for 6 seasons, Dallas for 7 years, the Capitals for a season, and I think that was a shortened season. I don't know.
He finished off in Nashville, yeah.
And then he played for the Yotes for 1 year, and then he played for Nashville. And honestly, it looked like he played all but. I mean, very often he played a lot. I mean, the first couple of years in Montreal, he didn't play a lot. But I don't know, man. 1,000 games, like the guy had a pretty good career.
He had a great career. Yeah. But he was a lot better than those stats show. He had so much talent.
Yeah.
He could have been one of the best. He could have been one of the best playmakers ever, like Adam Oates type level. Like, he was amazing. But
yeah.
And then there was some problems. He went into rehab, and then he came back and said, I don't want to do it anymore. And then, that's what happened with it. It was tough.
Yeah, I mean, to get 17 years in any kind of career is a pretty good thing.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I don't know what. Let me see if I.
He was sort of like the Fleury of that generation, like Theo Fleury. Theo Fleury had amazing stats.
Yeah, Theo Fleury should be in the Hall of Fame, though. Like, I don't think. Okay,
absolutely.
Here's the kid.
No
here's the kid. Here's the kid I wanted to talk to you about. Justin Harakin from. I'm gonna have Rico read this. Here we go. This kid, I am really impressed with this kid from Northeastern, and he could be the next Patrice Bergeron. This is the guy right here from right here. Can you read that, Rico? Here, I'll highlight this.
It's almost like Hirokian or something.
Hirokian.
Yeah, no, I was getting where yeah. Anyway,
Il Bizarre, Quebec.
Yeah,
where the hell that is.
where he's from. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, this kid is a stud. He scored the game winner. It was a tip in. This dude can play. I was really impressed. He's the captain. I guess he's not signed. I'll tell you right now, if I'd watch this game as a scout and I'd be trying to sign this kid to a roster. And look at this. Hockey East best defensive forward. This kid is a great two-way player. Super. I cannot believe this kid was not drafted by anybody.
And he's only 5'10".
Yeah, but Bedard's 5'10". So, I don't think height in hockey is it's not like the NBA where, it's very helpful. I just feel like it's one of those things where we can.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because you said he's like a Bergeron, so he's like a two-way guy, so he's good defensively and he gets in front of players and on the right side of the puck and stuff. So he must have good little stature, good balance, good skating.
Well, he played in the USHL, which is odd for a kid that was born in Quebec. You'd think he played in Quebec Major Junior League, but you're seeing a lot of Canadian kids coming and playing in the U.S. system now and going to the U.S. colleges and stuff. And I honestly think it gives their bodies a little bit more time to develop. You have the freaks like Bedard and McDavids and Crosbys and Ovechkins who come in the league when they're 18. Ovechkin didn't come in when he was 18 because it was a strike year. They didn't play. Had he come in, he would have had easily probably 40, 50 goals there. And then, now we're just talking, if you take that season and give him that, he's probably 20 goals away from Gretzky's record. So pretty crazy. Okay. So we talked about the World Junior stuff but now we know that these are the guys and they're going to be charged with sexual assault. 4 of which are still playing in the league. And I argued yesterday at the end of the show, hey, Carter Hart, we're seeing his absence. Hey, nice. Samuel B, thanks for showing up on the Instagram, man. That's really cool. So if you don't know Samuel B, he does a lot of Toronto Maple Leaf stuff on YouTube. So if you're a big YouTube guy, and you don't go to my guy Hot Take Hockey, who has been a lot busier as of late and doesn't get to stream as much, Samuel B does a lot of Leafs games. So if you want to get together with friends and chat with Leafs, definitely check out Samuel B on the tube. And I was trying to listen to the Ice Guys today while slinging some snow because I told you guys we got 14 inches, but I was able to get most of it, but I had to go back over.
14 inches. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we've gotten a lot. We had an earthquake on Monday too. We've had all kinds of crazy stuff happen here. So, I just why don't you guys talk about your Pearlo? You had a pretty good one. The occupancy tweeted out that you really liked, and it was
Macamadoulin. Yeah. I was talking about him before when he was on. I think San Jose hit a home run with that when they traded Meyer to get Macamadoulin, and we'll see how he does. But he's been eating up the AHL like crazy. He's 6 foot. He's like Chara size.
Yeah, I think he's 6'6". Yeah.
Somewhere around there. He's a little smaller than Chara, and he's put up 67 points in 41 games or something like that. In the AHL as a 20-year-old, this guy's going to be a stud. I think New Jersey made a big mistake giving him up. I really do. I think.
Oh, is he part of that New Jersey trade? Okay.
Yeah, when they got Meyer. Yeah.
For Timo Meyer. Okay.
Yeah. He was the main piece there. And
He's
when I saw he was the main piece, I was like, I don't know, New Jersey. Your defense isn't all that thick. And
so they have him listed at 6'4". He could
Oh,
use to
do
eat a
they?
little bit of steak, though. Yeah, he could use to, but in skates, he looks probably 6'7", right?
He's
'Cause
6'6" for sure. The guy's
well,
With the blades and with his helmet, he's
I'm
probably
just saying,
6'6".
NHL.com is not going to lie about his height, man. They've got.
Yeah.
He didn't have any points in his first game, but he's 6'4", 178 pounds. He could use to put on some weight. But
Yeah, he's got to
again,
put on somewhere.
he's only 22, so he's not very old.
The guy can move for a big dude, man. He's like really smart. Like I like that guy a lot. I like him a lot. I don't know how good he's going to be, but he's going to be. I really think he's going to be at least really, really good.
They have him as a left-hand shot, and I guess he's a defenseman. So they have him as a defenseman. Okay, all right.
Yeah, he's a defenseman. Yeah.
Yeah,
The New York Rangers drafted ahead of New Jersey to get Schneider.
Schneider is good for them. He's been good.
Yeah, he's been good.
Yeah.
And then to get Schneider, and I was talking to Rico today, and I remember seeing because they panned over to New Jersey, and their head scout was drafting, going, we were taking Macamadulin anyways, but they went up. I think Macamadulin has more of a skill set than Schneider does. Then so did they, obviously. But yeah, we'll see. I really like the guy.
I was going to give you guys a homework assignment for tomorrow, because after watching Macklin Celebrini tonight, we know he's the consensus #1 overall, and he did have a goal tonight. I'm not saying he wasn't impressive. He looks like a player. But, I mean, he's definitely not Connor Bedard. He's not going to be one of those generational type. I think he's going to be a good, like, B+ player, maybe B-, somewhere in there. We'll see. I might be a little bit harsh just because I thought he played he's on a pretty stacked team tonight. And I thought they played a team that didn't have as much talent. But so I'd like for you guys to profile a player for next show tomorrow. And then I've got some news. I'll just pick a guy that's not Macklin Celebrini that you would like to see drafted. I'm going to do the same. And that if you were picking 2 or 3, I sometimes feel like it's better for these teams that are picking later in the second or third, because, there's always you got to get the consensus overall. Pick one guy that you want to profile and put together a little thing on him, and we'll just talk about it next episode tomorrow. And then the news is I've confirmed Dave Singsy from Spit and Chicklets Game Notes is going to be on the show Monday. He's a big-time gambler, former Air Force guy. He's got Colby Armstrong in his back pocket. Him and Arm Dog are always texting each other. And they love I think Colby really likes gambling on the games with him and Merles. So we're going to, this show, we're trying to be as gambling centric as we can, but we want to talk hockey because we love the game. But Pearlo and Rico, that's what we do. 2:37 left, by the way, in this game. This was a pretty good fight in this game earlier, too. Still 1-0 Blue Jackets. So I know all of Ian Cameron's bets that he said today on the ice, guys, down the toilet, because he had the over. He had 5 bets on this, and we didn't get any goals.
He's hating life with this one. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All the over stuff. Yeah.
I wasn't touching the over in this game. I just knew that Columbus wouldn't have their legs, and I figured St. Louis is just going to try and play safe here too. The St. Louis has played a lot of hockey in the last week or so as well too. So
and they've gone to overtime and right.
Yeah. I wasn't touching the over on this game. I had a small piece on a draw with a couple prop bets on each side, but that was about it.
Well, one more day left in January, and that's tomorrow, and that's our last show for the week. So we appreciate everybody that came out. I guess let's just preview tomorrow's games. And this game will probably end. And then we'll just call it a day. It's a nice short one. Last games before the All-Star break. There's 3 games. I don't know what we're going to do with ourselves on 3 games. First game out of the chute is the Senators at Red Wings. Senators are a plus road dog. I've actually been really impressed with how the Sens have been playing as of late. And I don't know. I might take the Sens plus money. Rico, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I kind of like Detroit. Your Ottawa's way too inconsistent, man. Their game, it's just they're looking for each other out there. And I noticed that when I watch them as well, too. It's just they don't look like they're in a 5-man unit out on the ice. They just feel like a little bit of confusion. The communication's not there, it felt like. So, Ottawa's got such a good talent that they can do like they did with Nashville. They'll just get down and come right back. Like just get hot and cold during the game, but it's tough for them to play a full 60 minutes. So I think Detroit will be ready at home just to kind of bank a couple points. So maybe Detroit in regulation, maybe Detroit team total or something. But I mean, I could totally see Ottawa going in there too. Yeah.
Sorry, apologize. I thought you were done.
Yeah.
Over under 7 in that game. Pearlo, who do you like?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I like Ottawa. I just think Ottawa's got it on a bit of a roll here. They got everything to play for, and I think they're just going to come out hard. Maybe not to win the game, but at least the first period. I think Ottawa's going to come out really, really hard here, and it'll be chaotic. So that's the way they play, but I don't think Detroit's going to be able to contain him, at least for the first period. So I'll take Ottawa first period.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Like it. Okay. Kings at Preds. There is no favorite. Over under is 6. Yeah. I'm not touching this game. Pearlo, why don't you go first on this one? Give Rico a second.
I got to take a second here.
Okay. With Rico.
I mean, you got to go LA. LA's lost more in a row than Nashville has. They're both going like in the wrong direction right now. But geez, man, I can't see the Kings going into the All-Star break losing 5 straight. There's no way.
We might be back to that Pacific having 5 in the playoffs because the Kraken are surging. They're getting healthy. I don't think LA misses, but they need this they need the All-Star break at the right time for sure. And I don't know. This is one I wouldn't bet, to be honest.
This is a weird game. It's a weird game. It could go any way.
It's in Nashville too. Like the Kings had to fly all the way to Nashville.
Yeah.
And Dave Rittich could be playing as well too, so he's been getting lit up a little bit. He started out pretty good, but
my gut says that LA, there's some serious problems in LA, and it's not going to stop here. So I'll take Nashville.
Okay.
A plus money. Why not? I mean,
no, Nashville's not a favorite. I'm not getting Nashville as a favorite.
Really?
Or a dog. I'm sorry. They're minus 102 there, Pearlo.
It's a pick'em. It's a pick'em.
Yeah. Kings at minus 1. There's no money to be made. That's why over under 6.
I'll still take the home dog, or still take the home pick'em here. Pretty much just because like LA has had why would you take LA right now?
I got you. Doug said guys expect a little foul play in Wings versus Senators tomorrow with the Larkin and Joseph last outing. Yeah, it could be chippy. Yeah, I'll just take the Sens. I like how they're playing. I'm not saying Detroit's playing bad, but if you get Sens at plus money. Anyway, final game, Sharks at Ducks over. Oh, Rico, did you get to pick Kings Preds?
Yeah, I got to take LA there. There's no way they're going into the break of losing 5 in a row.
Okay. Sharks at Ducks. Ducks are at home. Sharks are a road dog plus 150. I don't mind the 150 again. I feel like the Sharks have actually played well. For sure, it's going to be Blackwood, I think, because the last game it was Lankinen or whatever. Pearlo, you liked the occupancies thing with the defenseman getting a point there. I like that too. I think that would be a fun play for that game. It's a late one. What do you think? Go ahead, Pearlo. What do you think? Because I know you spent some time.
This is about as draw as you can get. I go over 6 and something like 5-4. Like I just think that they're going to have fun and play some hockey here. That's what I would say. Draw. One of these teams will win. I don't know which one, but I like the over and I like the draw. Yeah.
And that Blue Jackets game is final. Blue Jackets versus the Blues, the Battle of the Blues. The Blue Jackets won 1-0.
Wow.
So if you had the under, you did real well. I guarantee nobody had a shutout. So Blues have been playing some good hockey too, man. So, just one of those nights. Anyway, Rico, how about you? Sharks at Ducks.
Yeah, I got to go with Ducks. John Gibson, home team here.
Okay.
Maybe a small play on a draw. I don't know if there's going to be a ton of goals in this game. I don't know if this game does go over or not. But
you're going to take the Ducks at minus 196 is what I'm seeing right now.
I got minus 180 on my thing, but I'm taking the Sharks. You like the draw. Pearlo likes the draw.
Yeah.
I'll just give you the stats here. Okay. Anyway.
I just like the over better, especially if Kakanen's in.
So San Jose's playing tonight too.
Yeah. It is a back-to-back for the Sharks. That is true. Sharks are 4-5. So here, this one's going to make you love this. Both the Ducks and the Sharks are 4-5-1 in their last 10. The Ducks are on a one-game win streak, and the Sharks are on a one-game losing streak. Now, that being said, San Jose plays Seattle tonight, but I think Seattle wins that game easy. Now, the Sharks don't have to leave. The Sharks don't have to leave. They're at home tonight. They're not in Seattle. So from San Jose to Anaheim, that's not like a serious road trip or anything.
And Blackwood's actually got the net right now, so it's Kakinen tomorrow night against Anaheim.
Kakinen, yes, Kakinen. Thank you. I think I said Lankinen. Sorry, earlier. I'm standing.
Well, Lankinen will be in for Lankinen's Nashville. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, it'll be Kakinen and in San Jose. I mean, you can't back him. He's terrible.
No, it's Mackenzie Blackwood's playing right now in San Jose. Tomorrow night in Anaheim, San Jose's starting Kakinen, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Kakinen will be in, yeah.
So, and that's why Anaheim's such heavy favorites.
Yeah. They know.
Yeah.
They know. Vegas knows at this point. And I saw today that Chicago, so just don't forget your homework assignment. Pick a guy that's in the top 10 that you're interested in, that you'd like to do a little profile on. Let me know who it is earlier, and I'll try to put together like a slideshow so we can be a little bit professional on this. And then let me know early, because I'm going to actually be on the Wrestling on the Rocks podcast tomorrow to talk a little WWE. Because if you don't know, I'm a huge WWE fan. I watched Raw and SmackDown. Pat McAfee's back. And then we're just coming off the Royal Rumble, which I stayed up super late to watch the Rumble out with some friends on Saturday. So, of course, the winners were Bayley for the women and Cody Rhodes. Only the third time somebody who's won back-to-back Rumbles, I believe Hulk Hogan and my main man, Stone Cold Steve Austin. So I don't have any final thoughts today, guys. How about you, Rico?
No, man. I mean, I'm just gonna stay up and watch this Seattle San Jose game for a little bit, and
We'll hang out with you guys a little bit on the underside here.
Pearlo, you're a hockey fan when you're going to stay up a little bit to watch Seattle and San Jose.
Damn right.
Yeah, like who? How many people that are not either one of those fans are staying up to watch that? Not too many. Yeah, I'm staying up to watch it too. I'm kind of glad we get a little bit of a break here. And my final thoughts are, I think that I'll take some predictions. I think Philadelphia is going to regress. Islanders are going to regress. The Rangers are going to continue to regress. And we're going to have a really tight tight race to the playoffs here. It's going to be like maybe the tightest in a long, long time. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think the West is all but decided. I think there's 7 legit teams in the West, and I think that the one, it's going to be a race to number one because that 8th team is going to be kind of the cupcake team because everything else is going to be murderer's row. Like I said, we could see Edmonton and Vegas play each other in the first round if things shape up the way they are right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, going to be crazy. Well, I appreciate everybody coming out. A really short episode tonight. Of course, it's on the light of the news, what we talked about a little bit earlier in the show. But we'll be back tomorrow, and then we're off for a while. And we'll do predictions tomorrow about the skills competition. Who do we think has hardest shot? All that. And we're going to preview some draftees and stuff like that. So see you guys tomorrow, 10 Eastern. Peace.
Peace.